So what we're here to talk about today,
Sounds really
we're going to be talking about a
Stand
little
by.
film that small independent film not too many people have heard of. Came out roughly in the late 1970s. It's called I think it's like Space War or something like that. Oh, Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars.
That's what it says here on my sheet.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, nobody's heard of that. No.
Yeah. So, as everyone at home knows, Star Wars is probably one of the most influential storylines of the past 30 years. Like, if you mention Star Wars, even if you've never seen it, you know the characters, you know the names.
Yeah.
You know that one character is another character's father. I won't spoil it for anyone in case you haven't seen it. But what I wanted to talk about today is
No, you can spoil it.
since...
You should have fucking seen it by now.
All right, yeah. All right, so Obi-Wan is C-3PO's father. So what I want to talk about today is basically we have this huge universe that everyone knows something about. You think of the Star Wars universe, it's a galaxy, it's a long time ago, it's a sci-fi universe, they have lightsabers and flying cars and magic and all this cool stuff, but we only ever see a small selection of storylines in this universe that have to do with space wizards fighting space dark wizards, and that's it. But the Star Wars universe is an entire galaxy of things happening. Like earlier on in the series, we have Han Solo, who's just a smuggler, and he's in debt with the Slug Mob. We never hear anything about these stories. So what I wanted to talk about today is what kind of stories do you want to see in the Star Wars universe? Like, I recorded an interview earlier today with a hip-hop producer out of Providence, and he said, for example, he wanted to see Seth Rogen do a Star Wars movie.
We got a clip of that?
Oh, I got the whole interview.
Let's play it now.
I'm here with Michael Masso. He is a music producer from Providence, Rhode Island. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing fairly well, man. What's up?
Not much. All right, so we could go all out here. Like, it's literally a universe's worth of stuff. But what sort of stories would you like to see in the Star Wars universe?
I would love to see I would love to see like a Seth Rogen type of movie special. Like
A Seth Rogen movie set in the Star Wars universe. That'd be pretty crazy.
That'd be sick as shit because one, you have just a pure fact of Seth Rogen just making that shit super fucking hilarious. And just like, you know how Star Wars in general is like, you're supposed to take that shit seriously and whatnot.
Yeah.
Every scene, serious. But with a Seth Rogen feel, I feel as if like, shit, you can like take a laugh at Darth Vader.
Yeah, not everything in the universe is all sad and somber.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you could, like, just from that, like, you could do Zack and Miri make a porno where...
Yes, I was just thinking of that.
Seth Rogen, the Jedi, is boning his best, I don't know, droid friend or some sort of freaky, sexy alien.
Sexy alien.
Or you could do Pineapple Express where Seth Rogen and James Franco are trying to smuggle death sticks. All right. Well, do you have anything else? Because it's one of those things that I think are just so deep. Because you could grab any movie and then go, okay, how would this play out in the Star Wars universe?
What if Well, have you seen Now You See Me?
Yes.
Okay, what about like part 1 and 2? You seen both of them?
I haven't seen the second one yet, but I'm gonna download it soon.
Okay, so Star Wars
Legally, of course.
Legally, of course. So you know how like Star Wars in general, like yes, it's about like lightsabers and shit, but they also talk about magic and shit.
Yeah, there's
involved.
There's the Force.
Exactly. So Now You See Me could like be like a Star Wars take on Now You See Me would be dope as shit.
A bunch of like Force sensitive people. Yeah.
Like rock, because you mentioned Ocean 11. Now You See Me is sort of like an Ocean 11.
It's a heist movie with magic. So
magic though.
So holy crap! All right.
Man, and that gives you so many different like flying car chase scenes.
Yes.
Like running from Imperial troopers, and oh my god, that would be awesome.
Exactly. Drop fucking bombs. Bombs. Those are bombs, by the way, people.
All right. So, do you have anything else you want to see? It is. I guess it's a hugely loaded question. We can go on forever.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nah, that's basically it, man.
All right. Well, let's hope Disney hears this podcast and Disney. Well, we're open to employment, so there's that.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. It was great having you. So, do you have any plugs you want to do? I know you have MLA Format, which is your producing group. If you want to throw in, your Twitter and any way you guys active.
We're MLA Sound. At MLA Sound. On Twitter. If you want to send us any type of music, if you want to work, basically email us at mlaformatmusicgroup@gmail.com. And also we got some fire shit coming out pretty soon with some crazy music. It's gonna be awesome. R&B, hip-hop, utilization of guitars, and it's gonna be awesome. More bombs.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mike.
All right.
Have a good one.
Okay, so another example you had is, have you guys seen Now You See Me?
Now You See Me, Now You
Yeah. Now You See Me. It's Dave Franco, not Andy Samberg, Jesse Eisenberg, and a few other people.
No.
Well, basically, they're magicians who rob banks. It's a very, very simple.
Yes,
So the new one just came out on Blu-ray, I believe, and so he wants to see like a heist movie in the Star Wars universe where Force users are robbing banks and stuff like that.
Oh, would that be? Is there anything with Han Solo?
We didn't really get deep into a storyline, but we're just trying to keep it general and sort of like, what kind of movie would you like to see? Like, you can grab like any movie and like throw it to the Star Wars universe and see how it plays out.
See, my position is I've seen all 7 episodes that have come out, and I know that there is like more to the storyline. I've seen one of my friends has like a crap ton of books about it, and there's like, I know there's like a lot of extra storyline material. I'm intrigued. I don't know any of the other, like, what are some cool storylines from that that aren't in the movies?
So
like some like critical ones that like explain some of the characters more, or like cameo characters more. Or like,
well, there's a bunch of stories about Boba Fett. There's
Boba Fett has his own like
series.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty
Back
cool
in the
to
day
see.
when we were growing up, I remember the Jedi Academy series, which was
a
Obi-Wan in the Jedi Academy, like when he first started as a teenager, and that kind of stuff.
Dude, they need to get on this.
I looked
They
on
need to
the
get
inside cover of the books that this kid had, and there was like, I shit you not, like 60 books of like different.
Oh no,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
thousands of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's the
Are
stories.
these all like? I mean,
They aren't all
they're not
canon.
all by the same author.
Yeah,
obviously,
no,
so,
it's people making stories about the
A lot of
Star Wars
them were
universe.
At whose consent?
Yeah.
At whose consent though? Like who's
Lucas said-
like who?
Lucas.
So Lucas made the whole
Yeah, but
thing,
now since it's all
and now he's like,
since it got sold.
because you can't just make a new storyline to Star Wars. You know?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of books out. It's a huge money maker, and they're just gonna keep making money any way they want. So anytime somebody puts out a Star Wars book that's semi decent, they're like, put it in the print.
But these are a lot of these are older too.
Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of them were released through Lucas, like either films, art, whatever the heck his company is.
Yeah, a lot of the older ones, and there's
Yeah.
comic books. And
But the only thing that really
stuff.
blows now is how Disney owns the rights now, so all those books aren't canon anymore.
Yeah, they kind
So
of.
it's like retarded. Like they completely just like scrapped everything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I was looking through the contents of all the books in the series, and I saw some like interesting. I did see the Han Solo series.
There's like
Yeah.
other ones, yeah,
Right.
with like there's one with
The Boba Fett ones.
the girl that has like the tentacle head. I can't remember what her name is.
I can't remember
What
her
are
name
some of
either,
the
but
other-
she's Anakin's.
Yeah,
Padawan
apprentice. She had or Padawan. Yeah.
from the
But she has her own book series too, and then there's like someone else who rides like a. I forgot what it is. Like it's like a racer or something like that.
See, even something like that, you could do a racing movie, which they kind of touched on.
Fast and Furious, Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like pod
Exactly.
racing.
Dude, they need to get on KOTOR.
They have Vin Diesel in it, dude.
Vin Diesel. He's like
See, that would be crazy. Like, that's just crazy action racing scenes,
Yeah.
flying like around asteroid belts and ships,
Different
and through
tracks.
wreckage and
Like,
yeah, like you could totally do, or even like you could do.
isn't that what's happening with the new Star Wars movie that's coming out? It's like
Rogue
not.
One.
It's like
Rogue
a
One,
side
yeah.
story.
It's a
not
side
like,
story, yes.
is it a Disney side story?
It is
Or
a
Lucas
Disney side story, but at least it is. They're doing the story of how they got the plans
To the Death
Star.
Yeah. So when they said in the original movie, many Bothans died to bring us this information, this is the story of those Bothans. Whatever Bothans are. Obviously, these people. So
So yeah,
let's just go around. Let's grab whatever interesting
Fast
movie
and-
we can think of.
the Fast and Furious
would be
pod
awesome.
racing one was a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good one. It doesn't even have to be pod races. It could be, and even building on that. Like, have you ever seen the Death Race movies?
Yeah.
Like, there's just a prison ship out somewhere, and they go, all right, grab these shitty little speeders and take it around, and fucking just whoever lives gets to survive. And, like, then you could have a whole racing movie that's super violent, people getting killed left and right, lightsabers, all sorts of weapons, blasters, and just have it like just be super dark like that. Or you could do like even Mad Max, where like a Jedi just crashes on a planet that's like
Know what I liked about
post-apocalyptic like that.
I want to see. That'd be cool if there was one like more brutal, like Saving Private Ryan, like a war movie one. Because like they always especially when the first 3 episodes came out, I thought it was cool. Like their the battle scenes that they had was cool because then they would have like thousands of droids or like thousands of people
Yeah,
like,
it's a
fighting each other.
full-scale war.
I thought that was really cool, and it'd be cool if they like went more into depth about some of those storylines. And there's like some really brutal shit going on. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like they have the whole Clone Wars they could go through and just do like seriously just Saving Private Ryan.
They had
blasters.
they had the animated Clone Wars. Remember that?
Yeah, the Clone Wars show was really good. I mean, it's more of a child's take on the whole series, but they keep it pretty much canon, which I like about
Yeah.
it. Like, it may not be as violent, or not that the Star Wars violent movies are entirely hugely violent,
Yeah.
but so is there?
Like that'd be badass, like a war movie of it or something. Or what I thought was cool about another theme of Star Wars that I thought was cool throughout the first 6 episodes. You didn't really see in the newest one was the like politics of it. There are always scenes where they go through a lot of like politics of like
Yeah.
what's going on
The
as like
Trade
kind of like a
Federation and
backstory.
everything.
I mean that would be
Yeah, I feel like in the original trilogy, it gets some bad heat about the whole Trade Federation and everything. But I think, like, really, those politics are vital.
those parts of the movie were vital to help explain the storyline.
I feel like that just the way it was written in was just heavy-handed and not
Yeah.
like it wasn't well written in. It was 15 minutes in the beginning.
Well,
of the
sometimes it
movie.
was well written.
Yeah,
No, like throughout the movie, like a lot of in the first 3 episodes, a lot of the Jedi Council scenes
yeah.
were like
yeah,
had a lot
yeah.
of politics in them and shit. Even in 4 through 6, there were a lot of like politics scenes. If you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
just get that.
No, but they definitely could go on. Whenever they make a movie, they try to cram so much of the book in there, and they always leave
Yeah.
stuff out. You know.
So, Josh, what
Yes.
movie do you want to see in the Star Wars universe?
I already said it.
I just said like the Saving Private Ryan, like going to like battle scene.
That
of
would
it,
be sick.
Star
That would be
Wars
sick.
Battlefront.
Like
Yeah.
kind of like the Attack of the Clones, but 10 times more.
Yeah, but even like in other parts of the storyline too, like other planets and shit.
Yeah. That would be sick.
You know what would be a sick
Yeah.
storyline? Because in what I thought was really cool in episodes. Sorry to like sidetrack you. in episodes 1 through 3, there was a part, one of the episodes, Yoda went to Chewbacca's planet
Oh
to help
yeah,
them. And he
yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna help the general or whoever there, Chewbacca."
That
And
would be
Chewbacca was like in
fucking
high
sick.
standing on his planet. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
what was it?
So like, I wonder what I was always curious about. I was thinking about this. So when I saw that, I was thinking about this. Like, I wonder fucking what happened with Chewbacca, and then Chewbacca and Han Solo came together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was
that
a
would be
really-
a fucking
I feel
sick.
like that's a really pivotal.
Yes, no,
story,
you're
yeah.
totally right. They should make a
Thing right
movie
there.
on that. Straight up. And on the Yoda.
I thought about
thing.
that as soon as I saw that. It was like, what is Chewbacca's planet or some shit? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like,
That is wicked interesting. They need to get on that. That is a good one.
I want to go way back because even in the official Star Wars history, the invention of the lightsaber is still unknown. They just know they've been using it for thousands of years. Like even if you go on Wikipedia, which
Yeah.
is the Star Wars Wikipedia,
They should make one on that too, dude. They could make so many fucking movies.
because
dude.
the prehistory of episode 1 in the like,
Yeah, that's
before
cool.
that would be
That would be sick
Pretty
too,
interesting.
because that like I played that for a game. That's Knights of the Old Republic or KOTOR, and like that
I
was
am
sick.
wasted
That was
in the shop.
Revan,
Look, I am
and like fucking, all like Revan was like a dude that like fucking he was a wicked crazy Sith, and somehow I don't know, I can't remember. I played this game a long time ago, but they like mind controlled him or wiped his mind, and then had him like be the good guy for like the Galactic Republic, and this was like whatever, like thousands of years before freaking episode 1. And it like kind of
that's
like
pretty cool.
It lays the foundation to like to the episode 1, because like you just hear about all the history that Will's talking about with like before like the lightsaber and all that stuff. Like all that history was in that game. It was pretty sick.
yeah.
So what movie would you want to
Exactly that. The KOTOR series.
Oh, the
just-
KOTOR, yeah.
because they really do get in depth for like the history of Star Wars, like
Yeah.
in those games
That's cool.
and stuff, and like there's like all these cities, like
Yeah, I remember that game. I never really played it.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, and I don't know. There was like a lot of different stuff in that game.
So how about a horror movie?
Horror movie.
So
Well, it is Halloween time.
It is Halloween time. So what about like? Do you remember Pitch Black?
Pitch Black.
First Riddick movie.
That would be sick to have a Star Wars horror
There's Vin
movie.
Diesel coming up so much.
Yeah,
Vin
He's the
Diesel
man.
needs to get with Star Wars. Like,
he does.
It's the new breakout Star Wars character.
Old Vinny D as
Dude,
a Jedi.
we gotta like Gmail this motherfucker or something.
You should have like a Shyamalan twist to it. Like he comes out as a bad guy.
Yeah, that
He's
would
like
be
so
sick.
hardcore bad guy, but he's really a good guy, and he's like infiltrating the
He
Sith
should
or
be
something.
he should be
like,
a neutral Jedi, because neutral Jedis only
get all
fight.
the bitches.
They fight for the side that is like has like the least pull. You know what I mean? So if the bad guys
They
are
want to
winning,
maintain the balance.
yeah, if the bad guys are winning, they fight for the good guys.
That's like a whole nother class of Jedi that
Yeah.
should be introduced as
that is
the
a whole nother
balancers,
yeah.
like of the Force.
I
We
think
actually
they're getting
talked
to it.
about that
We
on-
did talk about
Isn't
this
that part of the game? or
in our
something? Isn't
Lost
that one of the
pilot
games or some
episode.
shit?
Yeah, that is in one of the in the KOTOR games. You could be a neutral Jedi,
Yeah.
but they didn't get like. They didn't get
They
too
didn't
in
get
depth
too-
about it.
too
It was
deep,
just more,
yeah.
yeah. It was just more like you're neutral throughout the game.
Yeah, you're the guy who couldn't decide whether you want to be the good guy or the bad guy.
Yeah,
So you do your thing.
but we did look up the code. We should look it up again,
Yeah, pull up the Grey Jedi Code.
because there is a code to the Grey Jedi.
So this is what I say about how I want this Star Wars universe to go. So up until this point, let's skip the prequels because they're a different time period by themselves. But so far, the Empire has made 2 Death Stars and a Death Planet, Starkiller Base. So what if we turn it around? The Republic is gaining power. What happens when the Republic creates a super weapon to fight against the Empire.
check this out. That would be a really sick movie.
Yeah.
Is literally, instead of always focusing on the light side, they should have a movie that specifically focuses on the dark side.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what I mean?
before,
Like a dark side character, you follow him throughout the entire movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that would be sick.
And characters who bow to dark whims are not necessarily evil.
yeah, we
either.
talk. Yeah, you gotta.
Because
It'd be like that, because in like in 19th century Russian literature, one of the themes is like the anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like the protagonist of the book isn't necessarily like the hero.
The hero, yeah.
But although they have like hero-like qualities,
yeah, exactly. It's like kind of like a
and
hidden
the
thing.
reader tries to perhaps endear him to you, but
Yeah. It's funny because we actually talked about it on the Missing podcast that never got recorded.
the Lost Pilot.
Yeah, was the fact that if you really think about it, like, if you think about the Star Wars thing in a certain way, it's like the Republic is actually the bad guys and the Dark Jedi are actually the good guys. Because, like, way back in time with, like, the Jedi history, the only reason why there was the Sith was because they all started fucking around with the Force, and then there was a small group of people that were fucking around with, like, I guess stuff that they didn't like. You know what I mean?
The darker arts like Force lightning and stuff like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
the original point of the Jedi was to be this society that says no, if we don't give in to our inner urges and be completely peaceful all the time, that'll bring about world peace. Which is great to think, but it never
It
fucking
doesn't
happens.
work. No, it doesn't work.
So the Sith basically were a sect that went, why don't we use our powers to fight the bad guys? And then the rest of the Jedi were like, no, don't do that. And then they were like, well, make me. And they did. With lightsabers, and they cut out, exiled them, and they spent 1,000 years growing in this small section of space, and then went, well, we want to not live in this small section of space anymore, and they started conquering planets and all that. And
sorry, I just thought of another thing.
yeah, awesome.
Like another thing that I thought was always cool about Star Wars was like all the creatures and shit.
Oh yeah.
And Rancor in that time, like Han Solo flies in that huge ass worm's mouth.
Yeah.
This isn't a cave, and it's like this huge.
Yeah, that was
thing.
wicked sick.
I think that'd be cool to see. Like, didn't they just come out with a movie about like the beasts of Harry Potter or some shit? They should come out with something like maybe a Steve Irwin of like Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
That would be actually pretty fucking cool.
Jam my thumb right up its.
So the Hagrid of the Star Wars universe getting his own show. That's another thing. This is
Steve
completely
Irwin.
unrelated, but Hagrid having his own TV show in the Harry Potter universe where he talks about different Harry Potter creatures.
Yeah.
That would be fucking awesome. But in terms of Star Wars, yeah, you could have an episode
Robo
where
Steve Irwin, dude. It's just like-
That would be fucking cool.
It's like a real. It's almost treated like a real documentary show. Like
Dude, that would even be a cool documentary
Yeah.
show. Just like
we're
literally.
here on this planet in the whatever sector.
We're here on Kashyyyk. Look at this fucking thing.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
It's a full moon.
razor sharp, 12-foot fangs.
Imminent death.
I think we can see it.
Don't try this at home.
I think we can safely say set phases to kill. I was bringing in Star Trek a little.
Library.
Yeah,
computer.
we're gonna get a lot of hate mail
we're gonna
for
get a
that.
lot of hate for that. Yeah, hate mail is prepared.
Bracing for hate mail.
Bracing for hate mail.
Prepare your inbox. But no, that works in perfectly with a horror movie. What if like a Jedi crash lands on this planet? Let's
That
just say,
would
like,
be cool.
Yeah, and it's just
Like
at
how
night
Pitch
these
Black
creatures
was.
come out.
Yeah.
It has nothing for light besides his lightsaber, which
Yeah.
only lights up like an area right in front of him.
They should
And it's
introduce.
Vin Diesel.
They should.
It's
yeah,
Vin
and it's
Diesel,
Vin Diesel.
and then the monster is Jar Jar Binks.
Dude, they should also introduce his lightsaber being broken, not being able to use his lightsaber, and finding a way to fix his lightsaber. Because that would get more into the lightsaber itself.
Oh, we need a new Kyber crystal that wasn't We'll get into how a lightsaber works on another time, but I did some research on that today, and that was
What would
more
be, like-
information in my brain that I will never use.
I think we went through like a lot of the movie types.
Yeah.
Of movies.
Oh, yeah.
What about like a comedy one?
Comedy would be awesome. There's a lot of material in the Star Wars,
But not like a
universe.
ridiculous, it could even be like a witty comedy one.
Yeah.
Not like an over the top, but like.
Yeah, like the Seth Rogen thing obviously would be over the top.
They kind of did one with Spaceballs.
That was over the top.
Spaceballs was a direct
Spaceball was funny.
was
though.
a direct parody of Star Wars.
We're cloning the. What is it? No, we're combing the planet. And then they got legit combed. We ain't found shit.
That movie's classic. Movie's classic.
So let's just grab a comedy movie out of the zeitgeist here.
The Zeitgeist.
Anyone? We'll go into what zeitgeist means on a different episode.
God damn it.
Something witty, like.
So let's see.
Oh, you know.
Oh, you feeding the cats?
Yeah, Draco was following me. Yeah,
Feeding the cats.
Feeding the cats. Scat break.
Yeah, no, man. It's too many good funny movies.
Ashley.
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, I think we did a decent amount. Ash, do you have anything you want to add?
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you.
Pee. I just peed. So bad. I peed.
Ash, you're gonna be that chick on every episode that's just there, not like.
I gotta go play this show, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brett is about to embark on his show. Be there or be square.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna be square.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going.
Are you really?
Yeah. You're probably gonna be square.
I'm gonna, yeah. Fuck.
I'm fucking circle, kid.
6:30.
Be there or be triangle?
So Brett's band is called Barbarian, right?
Yes.
Do you have any like official pages or anything to plug or?
Barbarian, Facebook.com /BarbarianRI.
Barbarian, alright.
Facebook, Barbarian RI. I think it's the same for the Instagram as well.
And then
You know,
Brett-
I'm surprised I'm not friends with the Instagram. I'm gonna get on that.
yeah, get on that.
I'm getting on it
The
now.
fuck, dude.
I
The
don't know.
fuck.
Where have I been?
Open palm like this. The fuck.
The fuck, dude?
So yeah, Brett's playing tonight at Buffet in Providence, Rhode Island, and next Friday, you said?
Next Friday, Worcester Palladium, Attila, a bunch of other good bands.
Gonna be fucking brutal.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, so I guess that concludes it for our little part in here. So we're gonna finish up. We have a few more interviews we're gonna grab, and we're gonna post those next. So stay tuned.
Yeah.